With The Witch and the Hundred Knight, developer NIS tries to bring the complexity and depth that strategy RPGs are known for to the action RPG genre. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have the same knack for this style of game. On the simple level of running around and clobbering bad guys, The Witch and the Hundred Knight can be fun in short bursts. But when you get down into the RPG systems underpinning the action, it almost completely trips up. The game's story revolves around some less than heroic protagonists. Sometimes that's great. But where NIS's Disgaea games succeed at turning the characters' dastardly doings into cheeky, harmless fun, Hundred Knight's Metalia just seems like an angry, unlikable teenager.
This thug of a fairy thinks he's hot shit because of the magic power he's borrowing. Make him pay the price for messing with my toys, Hundred Knight!
But the worst part about the story is just how much of it you have to sit through. 20-minute text dumps don't make sense in a fast-paced action RPG, and the ratio of playing to waiting gets way too lopsided. Given how crazy the attack skills and spells are in other NIS games, I expected to see lots of fun-to-use, over-the-top abilities, but alas, the ones on offer are pretty bare bones. The handful available were also underwhelming that I forgot they were there half the time. In the game's lore, the Hundred Knight is supposed to be a destructive force to be reckoned with, but all he seems to be good at is swinging around whatever weapon he's holding and occasionally dodging. Thankfully, there's some fun to be had doing both of those things. Dodging with perfect timing activates a neat slow motion effect that gives you time to unleash on opponents with very little fear of retaliation. On offense, you can custom build your 5-hit attack strings by equipping a wide variety of different weaponry. For instance, spears offer wide-arc multi-hitting attacks, while hammers deliver slow, crushing blows to enemies right in front of you. Each deals different types of damage too, so building effective attack strings takes a little thought. Getting creative with my equipment setup was pretty fun, because I could see the payoff every time I pummeled a group of enemies who used to give me trouble. Still, once I found a setup that covered most of my bases, it was easy to go on autopilot, so I found myself mentally checking out during longer stretches of combat. There's a big difference between depth and needless complexity, but The Witch and the Hundred Knight just doesn't get it. It's packed to the gills with systems and features that mostly feel superfluous because they rarely make the moment-to-moment gameplay more interesting. Take the undercooked raid mechanic, for instance. It lets you forcibly take over innocent people's houses to get items from them, but since you always succeed if you're high enough level, it's essentially the same as opening up a treasure chest. The only real downside to raiding is that it supposedly makes townfolk dislike you via the karma system. Again though, this system never feels significant. Sure, it makes shop prices go up, but I never saw anything I wanted to buy there anyway. You can switch between different character classes, but they didn't vary significantly enough to bother with. And new levels never really introduced new challenges to make them feel valuable. But the biggest offender is the Gigacals system, which is basically a fancy name for time limit. Essentially, you get a limited amount of time in which to explore a given area before having to check out and re-enter to keep exploring. It's a needlessly restrictive system that didn't really do anything but waste my time. The Witch and the Hundred Knight has a concept that I dig. An action RPG layered high with the extra nuances the folks at NIS are known for. Sadly, very few of this puzzle's many pieces are terribly well made, and they never truly fit together. There's some fleeting enjoyment to be had in the combat, but without any interesting skills or effective RPG systems, the fun fades well before the credits roll. For everything you want to know about The Witch and the Hundred Knight, be sure to keep it here on IGN.